morning, people. Hi, it's Randy for Thunderhorse Descendant. I'm here today for Jesse James Beads, you guys, and I'm so excited. So, in true Randy fashion, I have my design book here, and I have this little design that I've whipped up. And you guys, this is going to be super fast and so simple. So, if you are like me and, you just want like a simple, quick, easy project, or maybe you're new to beading and you're like, all this is very intricate, or, or whatever, maybe you just want to take a break from all your seed beads and your stuff. Okay, so here we go. This is the project for you. I have all of my little items here. We're going to look at them. All of these items can be found on jessejamesbeads.com. So you can head over there and you can check in the description box of this video for my affiliate links and for little a whole list of materials and all that good business. So let's get on into it and make something. All right, guys, here we are on my mat. Again, this is just the quick little markup drawing of this super cute little necklace we're gonna make. If you wanted to make it more intricate, you could. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't, and I'll show you why. So many of you know that I mark my cases like this. So I have the November 6th, 1887 on here, and I have the same date on the design, so I know what I'm doing with my life. And this also gives me a way to organize my stuff because, your girl's working on it. Okay, so let's put all the things that I'm going to need in this little box, and this is all you need. This is all you need for this project. That's it. Just these little things. Maybe a few jump rings. We're going to get into it. So I'm going to raise you up just a smidge. So like I said, all these things can be found on the website. We've got a little fairy silk here. I've got kind of like a peachy color. And I just thought that was kind of summery. And I like the way that it was going to look with this pendant. So they do have, they do have different pendants like this on the website. Different shapes and different, stuff like that. They have like an enamel over the top and they're colored and they're really cool. We've used them here before. Also, they have these already super cute beaded up little guys for you. I don't know what they call it, what you're calling these. It's like a connector. It's a beaded connector. Seed beaded connector, I guess. And this one has a very pretty pattern on it. And actually, one of the Thunderhorse Descendants made me a pair of earrings with these. And I think that these little guys are on sale right now. So FYI on my ad. But this one's just ready to go. Okay, look at this. Easy peasy. Easy. And then we got a little chain. I picked this chain because it's super pretty. But also because if you did want to get a little more intricate with it, okay, with this project, what you could do is you could take your fairy silk and you could run it through these holes. This was kind of how I was thinking. If you wanted to, you could just run it through there, just do like a little weave back and forth through the holes, and it's big enough to get it in there. So if you did want to get a little more intricate, you could. Not today. We're not going to get more intricate today. Today, we're going to do short, simple, easy. Let's do it. All right, guys. So, I got a few of the Beadle-On red bronze round jump rings and a lobster claw. I prefer a lobster claw. That's just my personal preference. And what we're going to do is we're just going to jump right into the project. So, first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of these jump rings and I'm going to put it into my pendant. I'm going to then connect my connector, my seed bead connector, tighten all that up. so that we have ourselves a little pendant here. Now, I am gonna want this to be in the front. Get over there. There we go. So, ta-da, we have a pendant. Now, I'm just gonna grab another jump ring. Get that open and ready to go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this chain. I'm just going to lay it out, and looks like this little guy right here is the middle. And so the only thing that you really want to be, you know, concerning yourself with here is that you're in the middle and that your chain is not twisted up at all. And I believe I said it was this one. Yep. And I'm going to take my pendant and I go right into that middle ring. Now, if you did not want to add fairy silk to this, you wouldn't have to. You could just, you know, get 2 chains and just go with your chain and call that a day. So I'm just holding them out here to make sure that it's in the middle. I'm trying to zoom you out. There we go. So everything looks correct there. And now we're just going to take our fairy silk, easy peasy. And you could do a couple of things here. You could, this is actually going to be long enough where you don't necessarily need a clasp for it. So it's up to you if you want to put on a clasp. I think what I'm going to do for this is I am going to just tie in to this little end right here. Okay. And I'm just going to make a knot. I have left, you know, a little tail here. I did that on purpose. Okay, I'm going to go around the other side. And I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, just putting him through this last one here. And now this can be a little complicated because you're not going to be able to do like your overhand knot because you're tied up. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around once, around twice, and then I'm going to pull through this. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure that I'm scooting this down to about where the other one is. And make sure I pull on this tail. And then nothing is moving. Same with the other side. And there you go. You could just stop there and have yourself a wonderful day. This is going to be a long necklace. Now, I'm leaving these on here because they are finished and I kind of like them. If you didn't want to leave them on there, you don't have to. Another thing you might try is, you know, using wire with your fairy silk. Even if you have knots, if you wanted to try a little something, you could do a little wire on here. And so I thought, okay, we'll go ahead and just try that. Give it a little something. So I've pulled out the artistic wire in 22 gauge. And I've also pulled out a 24 in teal. this is just for funsies. At this point, we're just adding extra. This alone by itself would be certainly sufficient enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a few inches of that bronze and a few inches of this artistic teal. And these are different size wires, but that's fine. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab them out. I'm going to put them together. Okay. Like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here right above the knot. I don't know if you guys can see me. I'm just right above this knot here with the tail and the necklace portion. I'm just going to wrap. And I'm going to make like a messy wrap. And you could go one at a time. You know, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to make a messy wrap. And this is just basically to give it a little color. That's all. We're not really doing any mechanics here. You could. If you didn't want to tie knots and you just wanted to do this, you absolutely could. I'm going to make it messy. I'm going to crisscross applesauce over each other to make it look messy. Because that's part of my goal. I'm just going to keep going in about, I don't know, a ½ inch space here right above the knot. And then when I'm done, I'm just going to give it a trim. Give it a trim. And I'm going to take my, if you had a flat nose, that'd be good. Mine's upstairs partying somewhere. So I'm going to use my chain nose here. And I'm just going to make sure that it's flattened, that all the little sides are tucked in. Nothing's going to poke anybody. That type of thing. And so that it looks how I want it to look. So here is the difference. I'll show you. Here's the difference with the entire necklace. Well, trying to get it all in the frame here. And that just gives it a little something, you know, a little something. This to me says a little more like romantic. This to me says a little more like kind of vintagey. I don't know why. It just does. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Again, easy peasy. No rhyme or reason. You don't have to do this. It is what it is. But I've been looking for ways to use this 24 gauge wire, this colorful wire. Now I think originally I got this with as a part of a set for the Rider from Beadle. And I've just been looking for different ways to use it. These wires can also be found on Jesse James Beads if you're looking for some, you know, artistic wires. So FYI on that, but I'm just, again, doing the same thing on this side, wrapping. The fairy silk itself is very durable, and I'm not afraid that my knots will come out. Like I said, this is just basically for looksies. And it's fun. I like that I can incorporate different colors, you know, where I want them to kind of tie the whole piece together. That's a fun aspect that I like. So, just tucking them in, however. If you wanted to do this all very uniform, you could also do that. There is no rhyme or reason. If you wanted to let your silk poke through, you know, in certain places, you could. And again, I'm just going to tuck all that wire in there so it's not going to hurt anybody. Squish it. I am squishing it to kind of make it look flatter, so it just doesn't look like a big, you know, chunk of wire. But it also work hardens it a little bit, so it's not going to go anywhere. And And then you can kind of just maneuver it however you want. Like if there's a little bubbly portion and you don't like that, you just squish it down. And I'm just feeling it to make sure. Or if you don't like the way they look on the other side, you can just squish that one. And there you go. Easy. Okay, so here is the finished product. And it is, oh, that's the back. Here she is. Simple, cute, lightweight. So this is important for some people who prefer to not have a lot of weight on them. I'm going to point you down so you can see. It's kind of a longer one. But this is how she looks. And, you know, if you wanted to go ahead and cut those little strings off, you could do that. You could hang some beads and tie a knot on the end. You know, whatever you want to do with that. I don't know. I was going to leave them, but now I'm like, do I like them? Maybe I'll cut them off. Do I have a scissor? Well, I'll just show you guys. I will just show you guys what it looks like with one on and one off. Honestly, I kind of like it, but if you wanted to cut it off, you would just snip it. You got your knot and your wire on there. And so that's how it looks cut off. So up to you. Completely up to you. Now I have to do both because, you know, things and stuff. But anyway, you guys, I got it on backwards. Of course. That's what she looks like. And I think it would be cute, you know, with like your summer dress or your jean jacket or whatever, and good for layering, for putting your other layers on. Because then you got this, you know, nice long one. But if you're like me and you like to wear, I don't know, you know, as many necklaces as you possibly can at one time, you got levels for layering. You could even put another here in the middle. So I think this one is super good for if you just want a quick little project, or if, you know, maybe you're just getting into the beading and you're like, okay, I need something, but I don't want to be, you know, overwhelmed. Good project. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm so happy that you came. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys again next time.